Hey guys, wowflower here. Today I'm coming at you with a little effect rack, which you can get for free if you are signed up on my Patreon. The Patreon is not free, it's $4 a month, but once you're signed up, you get a bunch of free stuff, so maybe consider going over there and signing up. Anyway, the device that you get today is not crazy at all. It's a combination of a reverb and an echo. What the device does is it triggers that reverb and that echo separate from one another with a dry mix going on constantly. So it's like a send where you can trigger a snare to a reverb. I've talked about this before. This is kind of just the latest iteration of the same idea. It's also the easiest way for people that don't understand how grouping effects in Ableton works to just start doing this. So here I have set up just an empty session and then got my MIDI mix set up right here. I'll show you the effect on some drums. So on this drum track over here, find your Verbspace plugin or preset and just drag it in. This is what it looks like. And on these verb triggers, anything other than 0 is going to cue the effect. See that? And if you want to change the effects, click this little button right here and follow the color correlation to see the effect that's in use. Don't worry about this utility. On both of these effect racks, there's going to be a utility. That's just cueing the sound and the levels are mapped to that utility. Don't worry about the utility. You can go in here and affect the echo or the reverb however you want. You can even replace them with other effects. You can add on other effects afterwards. Again, one of the points of this effect rack is to encourage you to put your own effects into these trigger bits and experiment and have some fun. An obvious example would be like an auto pan on the reverb. Very easy to map to a MIDI controller. I'll do it here. We'll map the verb level here and the echo level here, just kind of mirroring what's in the Ableton session. So anytime these two bottom knobs are anything other than maxed out at 0, they're cueing the effect. So yeah, and then you really can kind of bring songs together when you get some samples going with these. You can put other echoes that you have, that you've purchased in these slots. You can put other reverbs in there. You can put chorus effects in there with, an RC20 on it to make it sound all retro and stuff. It's as limitless as effects processing itself. These are just, this is more of a tool to help those of you that have hit me up asking for an easier intro into effects grouping within Ableton. It's extremely simple. Anyone who has any experience with effect grouping in Ableton is probably looking at this thinking, what is the point? Just a little treat for Patreons that are supporting me. Like I said, this is the simplest iteration of this concept, which I've been doing since my album Fever Dream in 2018, 2019. It's never let me down. I hear it in other productions. I'm sure people do it a different way. You could just map a send knob and send the audio really quick to something, but this is, it's a different approach. So definitely check it out. It's worth your time, probably, maybe not. Nothing groundbreaking, that's for sure. This isn't like an Air Windows thing. This is literally just a very simple approach to effect grouping in Ableton / maybe a little beat philosophy, I guess, is weaved into this inherently. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Consider signing up with my Patreon. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell because otherwise you might miss my videos and then we'll all be really sad. All right, guys, peace.